So we got the base coat all loaded up in here. This is the HVLP air cap with the 1.2 XL nozzle. And I just got my Wacom gauge on here. I didn't opt for the internal gauge, mostly because I'm a cheap ass. I'm sure it works really well. But I went ahead and just got the regular one because it was, you know, more inexpensive. And I think we've got it set up right now at 24, 22 for the base. And let's see how it sprays. All right, guys, I've been waiting a while to do this one. I'm super excited to bring you the review on the Sagola 4600 Xtreme. But before we get into this review, I wanted to show you guys. Look at this guy.
What?
Look at him in his suit.
Yeah.
So cute.
Oh, thank you.
Aww. Anyway. So, I picked this guy up, I don't know, maybe a year ago? I've been using it here and there, and it's actually the only gun that I have that I really use anymore, aside from my Iwata LPH 400. This is the only other gun that I actually really care for, I guess. I think when I initially ordered it, I ordered with a 1.3 XL tip, and I ordered the Titania air cap and the HVLP air cap. Now, the cool thing about this spray gun, and the best thing by far, straight off the bat, right? We're not wasting you guys' time. We're telling you the best thing right off the bat. This gun manufacturer doesn't try to rip you off and make you buy 2 spray guns, right? There might be 2 spray guns on the picture of the box, but you don't need 2 spray guns, right? I've been saying this all along, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I think all these manufacturers that are trying to get you to buy 2 spray guns are just trying to get more money from you. I think the gun bodies are exactly the same between the base coat gun and the clear coat gun. They changed the air cap and like a couple little things, and that's it. They want you to have your specific base coat gun and your specific clear coat gun, and that's all fine and dandy, I guess, if, you know, you're a production painter and you want to have multiple guns and you just want to, you know, throw one in the gun washer, grab your other one, and then just, you know, keep going, right? Some of us don't have, you know, $5,000 to spend on spray guns all the time and just keep buying more guns and more guns. We want things that are, you know, more or less, right, it's gonna do the job of multiple guns, right? This is where this one really hits the nail on the head, because they just straight up, maybe they don't outright say it, but you buy this gun body, right? And if you want it for spraying base coat, right? HVLP air cap, right? Or the Aqua air cap, just a little blue guy on there. They say is more tailored for waterborne base. And then for clear, you either got Titania. This is actually more of like an all-arounder cap too. So this one will actually kind of just do a little bit of everything. Not the HVLP one won't as well. And then they also have the, what's the orange one? DVR? Yeah, the DVR clear. See, look, all I needed for this whole review was to just show you guys pictures of the box over and over and over. And it pretty much explains the whole gun. Just look at, look at these beautiful stock photos. I like the fact that this gun is so simple, right? It's not super, super flashy. I mean, the color kind of is, right? But the gun body's not anything crazy. It looks kind of, honestly, like a DeVilbiss Pro Light, like kind of like a Techno Pro Light with a little bit stubbier of a nose up front. Yeah, I mean, I love the way the trigger feels, and the way that the adjustment knobs and everything are set up is really cool because they actually have little incremental, not sure if you guys can see it on there. Yeah, it's hella out of focus. But the knobs have these little incremental numbers on the side that point to this arrow for your fluid, and that'll actually tell you how many turns out you are, which is cool. But also with this gun, kind of not really that necessary because most of the time I'm running this wide open and the fan wide open as well. And I'm just adjusting the air pressure, which is also really nice because it just keeps it simple. We don't have to mess around like we do with the LPH 400 or other guns like the Wallcom, right? Where it's a little bit more finicky and you gotta go in and out with the knobs and everything to really dial it in where you want it. This one's more or less just wide open and you're good to go, which in a way kind of reminds me a little bit of the Jet that I used to have, the 5000. It was real similar to that as well. So the more I use this gun, the more I wind up gravitating towards this HVLP cap. I actually prefer the control and consistency that I get with this cap over the Titania. This one just seems like, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it per se. I guess I just prefer the way the gun sprays with the HVLP cap, and that's gonna differ for everybody, right? I would recommend that if you're just picking this gun up, to probably get this air cap and maybe one other one. That way you can try them out and see which one you like the best. The cool thing about these guns too is you can pick them up straight from the distributor, straight from the, I think the website's like Alcometer or something, I don't know. It's some company that owns Sagola. They make like weird precision instruments or...
I'll find it, put a link in the description.
Hear that, guys? The real MVP. He's gonna put the link below where you can buy this straight from the manufacturer, right? Which is cool because another thing that gun manufacturers do for whatever reason is they only want you to go to the local paint store or whatever to buy their spray gun, and then you got to pay the markup from the paint store on top of the gun. Sometimes if you know someone there, you might be able to get a better deal, right? But chances are you're probably gonna pay that markup, or you gotta risk like getting it off eBay and it's some like Taiwan knockoff and then you're really pissed, and no one wants that. So you can get it straight from Sagola. You can get the air caps and everything, which is super cool. And I think they're only a couple states away from us because whenever I order from them, it's here in like 2 or 3 days. So one of the main selling points and the like marketing things with these guns is that they're said to be one of the fastest guns on the market, right? And I will say that having used pretty much, yeah, I've used a gun from pretty much every major manufacturer. I will say that this thing is freaking fast. With the 1.3 XL that I had in there, it was too quick. I was, not gonna lie, I was getting runs all over the place. I was starting to understand why they called it Sagola. So I've opted for the 1.2, and I think the 1.3 definitely, I was doing better with it in the summer. Having that better fluid output and stuff was definitely better during the summer out here. But during the winter, I swapped this thing out to the 1.2, and I've been liking that a lot more. Slowed it down ever so slightly, but really not even noticeable. And still, like, you can tell just by watching the clip spraying with this thing that it is ridiculously fast, especially if you're someone like me who's used to like the LPH 400, which is kind of a slower gun. So this can be a little bit of a loose cannon. Do keep that in mind. So this gun is great for spraying all different types of paint. Sealer, base coat, clear coat, pretty much anything you can throw at it, this gun is really gonna spray well and it's gonna excel at. I spray, you know, even super hard and tricky metallic base coats, I spray with this gun. Normally using the HVLP cap at about 20 PSI for my coverage coats and then 14 PSI for my orientation coats. For clear, again with the HVLP cap, I will adjust it anywhere between 22 to 27 PSI, depending on the finish that I'm going for. 22 leaving it a little bit, you know, larger droplets and making for more of like a thicker, you know, more European looking orange peel, or bumping that pressure up for something that's a little bit smoother and flatter with a little bit finer texture, or like a Japanese style orange peel. hope you guys appreciated the review on the 4600. If you guys have used this gun, go ahead and leave a comment below with some of your input and what you like and dislike about it. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure that you subscribe for close-ups to my face and other interesting content, and become a member, right? Yeah, become a member for the weird stuff. Make sure you watch that member video.